everybody, welcome to this week's vlog, and I have some bad news to start with. Christmas is cancelled. And the reason it's cancelled is because Millie went to the vet yesterday and Nathan came home once he picked her up and told me that it cost over 5,000 dirhams. If you're watching from the UK, that's over £1,000. And she was just in surgery for about an hour and a half, and all they've done at this point is tests. So I hope that these tests are conclusive this time, otherwise it could be costing us a further 5,000. So anyway, I'm in the car as usual. It feels like all of my blog posts are in the car at the moment, and with this young man, Mr. Hunt, hello. And we're actually in Abu Dhabi now. I have my coffee cup with me this morning. I'm just about to go to the hairdressers to get a bit of a trim, and so this side is now starting to grow out, so hopefully it will start to look a little bit nicer. Then we're going into the office. We've got a meeting with our new business partner, which is really super exciting because I haven't seen him for, well, since before the COVID lockdown back in March. We've only sort of spoken over Skype, so that's going to be great, and it'd be nice to see the team as well. Have a great week! In our office today, and we've just done some paperwork signing with our new business partner Nick, which we are absolutely delighted about. And so I thought I'd show you, this is our meeting room. So in the back we've got some awards here that I am very proud of. And in case you didn't know, whoops, I was in Forbes a couple of years ago and they sent me a nice magazine cover, which was really nice. And then we have our hashtag Reassuringly Honest on the wall, and we have a presentation screen, and it's just a nice little
I have an Instagram page I started like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, but I really prefer spending time with people here than vlogging magic things around.
But you know what? Your name is all over the internet anyway.
That's nice, yeah. But yeah, here. Good, fine. Look angry. Okay. Can do a little on your nose. It's bunny smile here. Yeah, you have strong mimics here. Raise your eyebrows high. Okay. A little high here. Okay. It's micro BOTOX, which means it's a little more small injections all over. Relax. And this smooths it out completely.
Perfect.
Okay. Should I take off the mask?
So we're done now?
Yeah, you can smile. We're done here. Yeah.
Cool, thank
Good.
you.
This will be my first BOTOX video on the internet.
Yay!
And I'm doing BOTOX 21 years.
Oh my goodness.
I started out in Milan when it still was, I learned by a guy who did all the actors and so on, and Armani, and it was still not legal, but everybody went crazy about it.
Wow.
Dolce Gabbana, and you know, before doing BOTOX, he always opened a bottle of champagne, glass of champagne, and then
Where's my
BOTOX.
champagne?
I had one here in the fridge. The management got a little nervous here.
So if you want Botox in Abu Dhabi, you need to come to the Harley Medical Centre and see Dr. Chris. Thank you. What is it with cats and bags and boxes? If there is something that they can get into, they want to get into it, and they take their toys in there with them. This is naughty-licious. We are going to the horse races again. That was bad timing, wasn't it? We were intending to go, then it was fully booked, and then Nathan came home from golf today and said that he'd managed to get a table, so we are headed off. Hi Nathan.
Hi.
So what have you been up to?
Well, I just made some gravy for the dogs for their dinner when we get home.
Okay.
And it took a little bit longer than I would normally take because I was actually making sure that it tasted really nice because I was thinking it was for me. But
That's
it's for the
nice
dogs.
because it shows that you care.
But I've added seasoning to it to make sure it's perfect. And then I realised I was making it for the dogs.
I think that's really nice.
It just makes me feel really stupid now. But now I could just go home and like have a glass of gravy for like soup.
Oh, yuck. But the doggies will really appreciate it.
The doggies will appreciate it.
I have decided to put together a Christmas vlog, so that will have all of my Christmas preparation bits and pieces all in one vlog together, because otherwise it might elongate my weekly vlogs and some people might not be interested in the Christmas thing. So if you're interested in Christmas, I will be doing a special vlog just on that. I have been putting up my decorations today, but Nathan started to put the little sort of hangery bits onto the baubles, because obviously everything is brand new. We haven't put decorations in the dining room before, and it was just taking too long, so we've got to go out first thing in the morning to buy the hooks that you can put onto baubles. So I've done some bits and pieces, but not a lot. And behind me in the car, you can probably see a beautiful Gateway Art Sales bag, and sticking out the top of that is one of my Christmas wreaths, which is my pièce de résistance, as per Nathan. And that is going to Alain Golf Club. So if you would like to see it, please pop into Alain Golf Club and you'll be able to see it on display there. I've actually just been invited to the best table in the house for watching the horse racing, which is really nice. So we've just moved over and we've got to see, this is race number 3. The horse is just about to come down. And I've got number 5 and number 8.
Come on, come on, come on, come on! Come on!
4th and 5th to last. Absolutely yes. No good. Hi Jillian, thank you so much for joining me today. It's lovely to see you. Now, you're obviously a very successful businesswoman, as well as being a fitness guru and certified nutritionist. One of the things that I do is I work very closely with business owners and entrepreneurs. And when they're bringing a new product or service into the market, they tend to price it at the sort of the going market rate. And then what we've seen just recently, particularly during COVID, is people are getting into price wars where they are reducing their prices to try and undercut their competitors. So I would like, if you wouldn't mind, to share with us how you would, how you took yourself from being sort of a normal, or what I would call normal, fitness coach into somebody who positioned themselves to be able to charge the big bucks in terms of value rather than focusing on the price. Sorry, that was a very long question.
No, okay. So look, you know, when you get into that price war thing, it's definitely a race to the bottom. And that is a dangerous game to play. And in my line of work, it's really hard because you'll have brands like Nike that are like, oh yeah, we're just going to give this stuff away for free because it sells shoes, right? And that's our bread and butter. So don't want to charge so much that it's ridiculous and unrealistic and it isn't affordable. There's an app that I won't mention the name of it, but they want $55 a month. And it's like, you guys are out of your mind. No one's going to pay for that. You're not offering something that's worth $55 a month when other people are offering that product for $69 a year and a better version of that product. Like, you're insane, right? So you can't be so exorbitant and so ridiculous that, you know, people are like, okay, that's nuts, I'm not going to buy it. And again, it isn't about price point. So for example, I could sell you a $1,500 treadmill if treadmills were around $1,500. But if treadmills are around $700 and I try to sell you a $1,500 treadmill, right, there's no way forward. Now, if people are giving away treadmills and you go and you pick up that treadmill, it's probably something that's broken that somebody left on the side of the road that they don't really want anymore. And like, you know, you might get a few, you know what I mean? Like you might get some benefit from it, but it's probably not going to be the best product. So if you're willing, if that person is the person who uses that treadmill, then they're not the person that's going to spend on anything. So forget about it anyway. So my consumer is generally the intelligent consumer that says, okay, treadmills are $1,500. There's 10 of them. Which one's got better reviews? Which one has more features for the money, right? So what I do is I say, okay, this is the going rate for my type of product. Now, how do I make my product a better product? So when they compare all of the products that are at similar price points, they go, all right, well, with Jill, I'm going to get meditations and meal plans and fitness. With this one, I only get one or the other. And to compete with the people who give crap away for free, you have to offer some sort of premium. So it's like, all right, there's Nike, whatever, but you know, I believe that I'm going to be the better trainer. I believe my programs are better. But if that's not enough, you're also going to get registered dietitians, mindfulness, audio workouts. I'm going to make them an offering that they just can't get for free. So, you know, unfortunately, it's not a very consolidated answer for you because there's so many different things to think about. But that's just sort of the tip of the iceberg, if you will, on how I personally would approach it.
That's really interesting. Thank you. And I totally agree with you. And we're always advising our clients that really focus on the value that you can provide rather than the price.
Yes.
And really position yourself as the knowledge authority and the expert in your field. Now you've really done that really well. You know your industry inside out. You've published various books, etc. Did you do that sort of at the same time that you were running your business, or did you sort of do all of your training prior to starting?
Okay, when you say training, you mean fitness?
Oh, sort of learning about nutrition and and things like that, so that you could advise your clients and so that you really did know what you were talking about and position yourself.
Okay. You know, my process was so authentic and serendipitous that I didn't even understand your question. I got into it for personal reasons. So, you know, I began working out and eating right because I was training for my black belt at 17. I wanted to be more fit. And then people came up to me and asked me if I was a trainer. So I was like, oh, I don't know. How much does that job pay? I fell into it. So, you know, my mom at the time, thank God, was the voice of reason. And she's like, I don't think you can just do this. I think you need some sort of like credential. So she paid for me to get my first training certification. And I kind of inherently fell into it. And then my passion for learning about it has always been self-serving. So when my ex was pregnant with her son and I ended up learning all about pregnancy fitness and pregnancy nutrition, and all of the things, you know, all the different things I felt that she needed to know to have a strong advocate across all the different things she experienced. That was my experience. So I studied everything about it. So whether it was, you know, a metabolic issue with my thyroid, that was my experience. So I studied everything about hormones. So it's all been very organic to me, which I think, by the way, is part of being a successful brand, is that you're passionate about it, right? Like Cesar Millan's a guy who really liked dogs inherently. And then he was like, oh, I'm actually really good at this. I guess I should do this maybe for money. I don't know. Let me see. I found that across the board. Coco Chanel is a woman who really liked fashion. So I would say never do anything if you're not prepared. Obviously, don't open that business until you've done all the homework about the business, or you'll go out of business. But at the same time, I think if you are extremely passionate about what you do, you're always learning and always growing because you love to. And there's no circumstance or situation where you should profess to be an expert on something or open a business if you are unprepared.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing your views and your insights. Really helpful. And I know my clients are going to be really appreciative. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your time. Take care. Bye now.
Bye.
And that's a wrap for this week, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that you loved the celebrity interview that I was able to include. And if you did, please, please, please remember to give it a thumbs up. If you do enjoy these videos, please subscribe and please share and let other people know about it as well. I wish you a fantastic week ahead and see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye now.